welcome to the next episode of Women Cocktails Whatever. It's your big little sis De'Azia.
Chelle and De'Azia.
How was your weekend?
It was an interesting weekend. How was yours?
It was a productively lazy weekend.
Okay, explain.
And I like that. All I did was grocery shop and then lay around.
Okay.
And that was it. I washed some clothes, I think. I might
Okay.
have cleaned some dishes. I'm not really sure. It consisted of a lot of laying around and, you know.
We went to see Eternals.
We did go see Eternals.
I hear they get a lot of like mixed reviews.
I was like, that still consisted of me laying down and going to sleep because
I really do blame the fact that we went really late at night. I think if we had gone at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we would not have gone to sleep.
I saw The Dark Knight in the evening.
I saw The Dark Knight in the evening and went to sleep.
I didn't. I stayed up. I was like tuned in.
I don't know at what part, but I was like,
No, I was up for that. That Eternals was just like,
I think what it is, Eternals is really based on like the history of them.
Yeah.
Because they really went into each character or whatever, and so that works.
I only know about 3 of them because I was.
I feel like that's equivalent to how people feel about Doctor Strange. A lot of people didn't like the first movie of Doctor Strange because it was the history of Doctor Strange, like getting to know this person, where he came from, and then people appreciated him more in the, the series and whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like, here's the thing. That might be true, which means y'all should have figured out how to do that differently, because it's too many characters for y'all to be like, we have not paid attention to half of them. Now I'm going to have to go back later because their backstory going to matter and I'm not going to know.
But when you're going to go whatever they're in, the next thing you're going to be like, when you watch the first one, it's going to make all the sense in the world.
I'm going to just watch the YouTube clips of their story because I'm not going to. But it's also, I don't think it's just, okay, we went late. Because it's mixed reviews in general. Like, it's the lowest scoring Marvel film on Rotten Tomatoes. And I was like, okay, that's saying something because all the other backstories we can be like, it's a little slow.
But I got with that. It was interesting. The story. I'm not mad at the story, and I don't want to give too much away about it. So I'm not really mad about the movie, but I do feel like I have to watch it again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not at the bar having drinks because we were drinking.
We drink more here.
You're right, but I'm saying then we drink here, we kick in, we in for it, but like drinking there and then sitting in a dark theater in a comfy laid out couch eating the fattest of the foods.
I'm not gonna let you make excuses for that movie. Like you trying your hardest, and I'm not. There's everybody else who went to see it during the day and still hated it and went to sleep cannot say the same thing. It was not anything to do with it. It was just we tried. Okay, we tried.
I really segued into that because you asked about my weekend, but I guess we should get on these snake bites.
I was just gonna be like, we have to.
I don't know. I know. Okay. But you was like, how's my weekend? I was like, boom, Eternals. We was just there.
It was, but I don't need that to. And I feel like they had so many great characters that you could have made me want to.
It was a good cast.
It was. That's my problem. Cheers, y'all. Oh, what they did do right is diversity. I was a little heavy.
That's real.
I told y'all.
That's real.
Yeah, they did diversity very well in this Marvel film in terms of casting, even in terms of like.
They was like, hey, yo, Game of Thrones, give me your best 2 characters. Because I was in the theater like, well, hello, Mr. Snow.
Like, oh.
How was you?
Hey, kid.
I feel like in Game of Thrones, they would have a drink called the Poison Apple.
The Poison
Apple.
If they
don't have one.
Yes. This is more like Snow White. This is actually.
Yeah,
this one she gave her for real. It wasn't an apple.
What's the older lady? The old lady who took,
Oh, the auntie?
That took, Prince out with the poison. I feel like she would come up with a poison apple.
Tell that bitch I did it.
She did. She wasn't playing that game. All right, sis, this was your drink of the week.
It is. It is a poison apple, as we have said. Okay, it's a real simple drink, but we're going to see how it tastes because
very simple.
It has a little switch up. We got some pomegranate juice. So we got 1 ounce of pomegranate juice. We got 2 ounces of apple cider juice. We got 2 ounces of tequila, and then that's it. Shake it up with some ice, and get it popping.
And I added a little glitter.
A little glitter.
A little glitter.
We might have added a little extra ounce of tequila too. That's your business.
Bottoms up. Clinkety clink.
Okay.
I can see this being an apple drink with something extra in it.
I taste more pomegranate.
Yeah, I feel like I need an ice cube or 4.
I don't know that I just taste pomegranate. I feel like it needs simple syrup.
Oh, we're out of that.
No, we're not.
You bought some?
Girl, the Bobby stopped. Okay, baby. No.
I'm like, I thought I'd used all of that.
No, what you thought was happening around here? Okay, let's get into some girl talk, okay?
Girl talk.
Okay, and on this week of girl talk.
Class at work. That was definitely the key of that. It was the key.
First of all, before we go any further, slow clap for decor. Because I don't think I've ever been that excited about a lot of things in my life.
De'Azia coming here. So we were talking earlier, and I'm like, I got a package, and she's like, "What's the package?"
What
I'm like, "It's a surprise. It's a surprise." But what's the package? And we're going back and forth. I'm like, "Girl, don't worry about it. You see." And then she get here, and then I came up with this because I'm tired of y'all skipping over Thanksgiving. It exists. Let us have our holiday.
I don't think we really skip over it. I think people just be like, oh.
They be like, Halloween, Christmas.
Thanksgiving is stressful. You be like, oh, the
Christmas
family
not
coming.
stressful?
No, because Christmas I'm getting stuff. The family is going to come give me stuff.
But you have to give stuff. It's the stress of giving and trying to figure out what to give everybody. And on top of that, you still cooking. And on top of you got family, you got to make space and room for these people. No, man.
Do you not have to do that on Thanksgiving too? Except for you don't get a gift?
I don't have to buy extra gifts.
Who leaves? Who leaves on Thanksgiving? Who gets kicked out? Who?
Everybody.
Who? Don't nobody. They be like, oh, Thanksgiving football game. Oh, we all slumped now. Oh, is there more dessert? Is the peach cobbler out now? Oh my God.
I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like Thanksgiving, more people are in the kitchen. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but I feel like the family comes together more on Thanksgiving. All the women / men, whomever, are in the kitchen and they're cooking this one big thing on Thanksgiving. I feel like for Christmas, it's specifically that household who invited you over for Christmas is doing everything.
I'm the opposite. I feel like people...
That may just be my family.
Yeah, I feel like Thanksgiving is when people be like, I gotta go to this person's house, I gotta go to this person's house, Christmas is normally like, whatever your nuclear family, you're with them. And then you may have some people houses where you like, oh, let me do a quick run and like drop by, but like, whoever got matching pajamas with me is who house I'm finna be at. I don't understand what else we're supposed to be doing today.
But I don't know, I just feel like everybody come together, but it's more people in the kitchen on Thanksgiving. All the aunties, sisters, we in here. Christmas, did you invite me over? Okay, I'll stop by. Thanks. And that family made all of the dishes.
Hey, what you cook for Thanksgiving? All right, I'm finna come over. What you got? Hey, I'm finna go get so-and-so's this,
but
so-and-so's
I feel
that.
like that is more like, I went to my family, all of my family's here. I'm going to my girl family, my guy family, my co-worker, whatever. But that initial family be your family. You don't go to 4 family members' house. You don't be like cousin, unless they 2 separate sides of the family.
I be at everybody.
If I'm going to my mom's side of the family, then I'm going to my dad's side of the family. That's 2 different things. But your family is a thing. You going to your friends' people's house after that.
I didn't really do all this when I was younger, so this is new. This is newness. I'd be like, who has food? Who is playing
For my family, we have like certain families did per holiday. So like, we knew this family was going to do Thanksgiving. We knew this family was going to do Christmas. And it'll go like that. And then if they want to swap out, they'll be like, hey, I can do Christmas this year, you can do Thanksgiving, and they'll do it like that.
This made me just realize that I don't think our generation is as organized when it comes to family activities as previous generations
But I also have the luxury of having my dad's side of the family here. None of my mom's side of the family is here.
Oh,
so I don't have to go like to my mom's and my dad's. All I have is my dad's side of the family out here.
No, but that makes sense though, because in my head I'm just like, yeah, I know a lot of people who did that even with both families. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is the family who does this. That's how your families end up knowing each other. Because you always know, like, oh, we finna be over this auntie house. Yeah. Y'all can slide through. Like, the cousins be like, can we slide? You think they gonna So actually, our generation just sucks at planning stuff like that. We don't like assigning tasks.
I just think crazy enough.
Some stuff.
Crazy enough. I feel like a lot of us are not that close to our family, and our family are our friends. Because it's a lot of Friendsgiving type of things that I feel like that goes around. And that'll be your Thanksgiving. And I don't know if that has to do with a lot of people who move to different cities and they're not around you making these families, you know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
So, but I've noticed that.
Like when I lived in Miami, I hosted for everybody who like didn't fly home. So I was like the house to come to. Like, you knew I was, well, most of my friends did. But like, you knew that I was going to cook and people didn't go home. So it became like Friendsgiving was family Thanksgiving for us. So that's fair. But I never thought about the fact we also don't talk to our family. So the trauma is, this is why. Because you in Thanksgiving with all your aunties in one room, okay, and somebody gets to throwing something.
Come on, soul food.
I'm traumatized. I'm not coming back.
Fuck Faith. Fuck Faith. Fuck my husband.
Okay. Our one Thanksgiving movie that they gave us, we didn't get no album, no soundtrack. Nobody wants to make a Thanksgiving album. Mine is gonna drop next year. I promise y'all. Make a Thanksgiving album.
I can see you.
I'm making a Thanksgiving album just because.
Beans, potatoes, tomato. Okay, that's gonna be you.
Okay. Hams roasting in your oven fire. We're gonna do this. Whoa. We're switching up. We're switching up the key. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Thanksgiving album dropping next year.
Yes. 2022.
You might get a little EP for this week. Okay, we might come out. You know, get you a 1, 2, 3 songs for this one, and then next year
it's gonna be a full.
The anticipation. Okay.
They ain't ready. They is not ready.
Okay, you gonna be on a couple duets.
I can do that.
Me. Make sure you're sure of this. But yeah, I just appreciate that. So I make sure. I was so happy. I love a good decoration.
I know.
I like seasonal decoration, not holiday decoration. And there's a difference.
Yes.
I'm a seasonal person.
Yeah.
All that holiday specific stuff, I'll be like, then it gotta come down. That's why people be mad. Versus you could have just decorated for the season. Okay. Now I can leave it up for a couple months. No one is mad. No one is mad.
Segue into the next month.
Switch out a tablecloth or two. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. So speaking of random things that like I just realized maybe we don't do Thanksgivings because we don't like our families as much. Okay. We're gonna get into a little stereotypes when it comes to as adults. The things that you get told and taught and experience.
Yeah, I really think it's the number one cause of depression and stress in this world. These stereotypes.
Talk about it.
Look.
Of like the fact that we go through quarter life crisis instead of midlife crisis.
Listen,
and nobody wants
25, don't know what to do with life.
Like I'm buying a yacht. I can't afford to buy a yacht. Where can I get on a yacht? Like, how do I help me?
One of my biggest stereotypes is, well, there are two. Being single over a specific age and not having children.
Oh.
It's for some reason, people think once you're like 30, you're supposed to be settled, have your 1, 2, 3 kids lined up.
Okay, can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Is this based on just general or for people who want kids and they don't have them? Okay, general. Okay.
That's a whole other question.
Because I was like...
Because I'm going to tap onto that one too. That's a completely different question.
The idea of like...
For people, and it's usually to me older folks who do it to you, but they look at you and be like, you 30 and you handsome or you beautiful and you ain't settled. You ain't got no kids. Where my grandbaby at? You gotta be, and hear me out. Like, I know that once we get to a specific age in life that this becomes a harder thing for us to do, especially for women, right?
Modern technology.
30s, yes. But even with that, there's still people who are struggling to have kids.
Period.
So, okay, we're 36 and that's the age where things start happening for a woman that you need to be like, hurry the fudge up. But it's like, what if this person don't want to have kids at whatever particular age? What if this person has some goals and things that they wanted to achieve and it's taking longer? What if this person didn't find anybody to have a damn baby with?
They don't want kids.
That's a whole nother topic.
What if they tried to have kids and they're struggling, like you said, with having kids, and you just triggered the fudge out of them?
Can we normalize that not wanting a kid is fucking okay?
Everyone doesn't want them.
Okay, everybody does not want to be mother or father.
Thing for people, like, why do you think that everyone looked at a child and was like, yes, I would like someone to throw up on me for about 2 years. This is wonderful.
It'd be like, just because you want a child doesn't mean that I'm supposed to. Your reasonings behind that, whether that be legacy or just wanting to have a little bit of you or whatever, that is you. Don't put that out on me.
Can we normalize it, like, whether you want a child or don't want a child, you should probably just figure out your reasons behind that? Because having a baby because you need somebody to love you.
See, that's...
is also, maybe let's talk through that before we have the baby. It might not change your mind about having the child, but like your reasoning and being a good parent is important.
I think it's a bit disturbing, the people who have a child because they need something or someone to love.
Like, it's not.
Say what you want.
I agree. I agree.
I'm sorry. We can talk about that in the comments. If y'all think that is off, let me know. But I just think.
And let me clarify, not just like, oh, here's this thing that I want to love on because, like, I want children, I want to love on the child. But I don't want to have a baby because, like, I think it's going to fill a void of love.
Yes,
that is what I think is a problem. Like, if you trying to have kids because there's some other void and you're like, oh, plug the baby.
Is it. Yeah.
That doesn't work for keeping a man. That doesn't work for loving yourself more. Doesn't, like, you ain't even going to have time to love yourself.
Because I feel like I don't want people to have kids and they end up resenting their child.
Big facts.
Because you think you're filling this void, and well, the reason you have kids is if you're filling a void and then realize, I don't fucking want this kid.
And
or
your
this
child
too much
becomes a human.
Yeah, there's too much responsibility, and then you begin to neglect or hate said child.
Or my favorite of like, your kid grow up and decide they gonna do what they want to do. And that don't always involve being under you and being like, doing whatever plan you had laid out for their life. And now you like, oh, I am a human being. I am a whole person. Okay, so don't stop judging people for their choices of child or not child.
And stop thinking because you get to a certain age you're supposed to have a kid. There's plenty of people out here who having children at 40 plus.
Listen,
Shannon had her baby at 50.
Fuck all that.
And I know these are celebs
if you
and they
really
have
want
money
to have a kid, I will have it and drop it off at your house. And you can take care of it. And I'm gonna like helicopter in.
Would you adopt?
Yes.
Okay,
so in my ideal world, for real, this is I want kids. Like, I want to actually have children, but I've always said that I wanted to adopt.
Okay. So whether you had children the regular way, you would still adopt a child. Do they have to be a baby?
I don't think I ever thought about that.
Because I know a lot of people do the baby thing because you raise them.
Yeah.
Compared to getting a child that's already like 6, 7, whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I ever thought about that. I do know that like when they're older and like teenagers, that can be just a bit more difficult in terms of like in the system itself of trying to adopt them at that point.
Yeah.
But I think when I grew up, I'm not gonna say I saw a lot of people who had kids that they adopted, but I knew at least like a handful or more of people who were either foster homes, so they had random foster kids, or they actually adopted. So I was like, I was like, that's so nice, that's so sweet and cool. Like, yes, that's great. Build a family. And so I'd still be like, I kind of would, if I have the means to do so, I would adopt.
Okay.
Even though, shit that I rant about is like the system is set up to make women have to have husbands because you can't go fucking adopt. If you're just like, hey, I'm single.
They're doing better, I believe, now.
Expendable income. Let me get
the system is working a little bit.
It's the same thing as if you go to the doctor. They be like, no, we're not gonna tie your tubes because what if you?
Yeah, that's just some bull. Did I ask for it? Do it.
Now I saw something on the internet, and the girl is a lesbian, been married for however many years in this lesbian relationship. They have been partners for I forgot how long before they could legally get married.
Okay.
And actually has something where like having a hysterectomy, y'all who don't know, it's like they take your uterus out, is like one of the best solutions for it. And they legit told her, well, in case you divorce your wife and decide that you want to have a baby or meet a man. Gee, I was like, that sounds,
Tell me more.
That sounds like some a medical professional would actually tell you. Like,
this ain't what you want, is what they said. Let me come up with everything.
They dead ass told her like the hormonal fluctuation might have you confused.
So wait, no. Speaking of children, you know that they are about to now you are able to vaccinate like kids, like 6, 7 and younger or whatever.
Okay. 5.
Okay.
5 and up.
A lot of people have been like, I'm not doing this with my child. Is that? I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, kids be out there touching and slobbing and dripping and stuff on everybody.
Kids probably super spreaders and we don't even know.
They really are. They don't care.
We blaming the whole of the West Side for y'all little fifis, and it's really the kids.
All of the West Side.
All of the West Side, but it's the kids.
Like, early pandemic, they had that big stupid ass party.
Bruh, and I was like, first of all, I'm still confused as to why y'all had this many people in the house, regardless of the panoramic. Because
the fireball, they had exceeded the amount of people that should have been in that one spot.
Listen, what? You couldn't even move.
Nah.
How am I supposed to be?
Talking about put on a mask. Nigga, you rubbed.
I'm going home. I would have walked in and been like, I'm going home.
What? If I got to the door and saw that I don't even want to go in here, not because of COVID, bitch, I'm uncomfortable.
How am I going to pee? Like, to make it to the bathroom, you got like club level wait time at a house party.
Facts. You can't even dance. What are we supposed to do in here?
You get this. You get.
They don't play grinding music no
more. They
more
don't
for
even
these
do that
children.
no more.
You.
I mean, I would, except for niggas don't dance no more neither. Bring back the Chicago niggas to dance.
Time out.
Please.
Flag wanna play. We grinding to hood music.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a hood rat. I'm not even gonna. Yes.
That's a completely different.
There are several
though.
trap songs on my Make a Baby playlist, and I don't feel
like
bad about
like
it.
new music. Not like slow motion with me.
Nah. It's some like hood trap music that I don't even know the people who made it, so I'm not sure how they made it.
That cannot be the same type of grind in comparison to some lose control grind.
It's not, but it's still a grind nonetheless.
Yeah, it's like pop.
It's like a, judge yourself. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. There's the hood grind. Okay. There's the like, ooh, I like you grind. There's the you trying to like. There's that grind. Okay. Then there's the girl who is behind me. Yes or no grind. Okay. There's levels to the types of grinds that you do at practice. I will not be judged for embracing
no judgment.
the hood grind. Okay. Don't act like you don't know that that's the thing though, because you definitely have to thumbs up, thumbs down to your friends. Sometimes you gotta.
Yes. You be like, you be dancing. You be like, what
they be like, get thee behind me, Satan. And then you realize Satan is behind you.
and then your girl be in front of you like, cut the shit. And you be like, and I'm out. Bye.
That's the real move. You be like, ooh, one leg away.
One leg up.
Or your friend just come get you. You be like, hey
girl, come on.
Yeah, we're not.
Shady.
Turn around and be like, no, we were not. We were sparing feelings. Because imagine if you just turn around and be like, get your ugly up. Now either you sad and hurt, or you gonna fight
that type of lady.
Exactly. So we was being nice about it because I have seen rejection happen in a not nice way, and I was like, "You want a sympathy dance?
Not a sympathy dance. Here, baby, let me give you a
Let
little.
me get you a little toot real quick because she ain't have to have did all that. It's okay.
She ain't have to have did all of that.
Okay. Speaking of things that we do as women.
Okay.
Gonna do a random. How can we tell men that they are dating a toxic woman?
How can we, as the female friend?
No, just like in general. But that is a good, like, how can the female friend? Because some men, some male friends be like, sis, from your perspective. And then I think in general, like,
I just tell them.
Because then, like, they boys be knowing, me and y'all be knowing y'all friends is with toxic women. And then y'all be like, I mean, that's him.
That's him. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Like,
so what are signs?
I got my own stuff going on over here.
I mean, that's him. Like, he like it, I like it.
He like that shit. So who am I to tell him?
He's scared. Save him. Like,
you don't see the look of that's
like, this is what. Okay, so how, like, what's like a sign that a man is with a toxic girl?
Ay. Blowing up your phone. I think that shit's fucking weird. When women be like, so like guys be like, alright, I'm about to head out, and she really don't want you to leave. And she like, no. You know how they be. And you leave. And then 30 minutes later she call you, and then she call you for the rest of the fucking night.
Don't want nothing. Like, where I'm
for
at.
you to have a bad time, that's really all she wants. Toxic.
Where she randomly makes stuff up so you can have a bad time.
Toxic.
Like,
that is a sign. Run.
What is wrong with you? I feel like when she wants everything but don't offer nothing, and not in, because it'd be like real subtle, like women sneaky, right? So like, it'd be like, oh, it's so nice you do this for me, and like, I love when you do this for me, and then like, she don't even bother to be considerate of like, I went and got fries, let me get you some fries. Let me text and be like, baby, you want some fries? Like, I know we finna meet up. She'd be like, oh, you finna go get some food? You just had a whole Happy Meal in the car, ho. Like, what is you talking about? And you didn't even tell me. Like,
yes.
Red flag where she always wants you to buy her everything. And, like, expects that you buy her everything. And
the most of ridiculous things that be it for me. Like, girl.
Like the lady who bought her family on a date.
Yeah, make that make sense. Because you dropped that.
But I feel like...
I need deets.
I need to know. Okay, so they went out to dinner.
Her and this
dude. They was going out on a date. And, a blind date, actually. And she had bought the cruise. She was like, we had all wanted to go this. Telling me change the reservation real quick. And they had like a $3,000 bill. He was like, all right.
As he should have. Because why would I spend that type of money? Bitch, I didn't even get to know you at this. I can't imagine how you could get to know her at this setting with all 50 of your cousins, aunties, grandmas.
First of all,
babysitters.
I was like, unless you got Sunshine's pussy from Harlem Nights, okay, put your mama on the phone. I ain't never come home again. Okay, unless it has been tried and proven that this is the sunshine that I'm the little fucking red sunshine up here, ma'am. I don't give a fuck about your family.
Why would you do that though? Why would you do that? Even if you and your family wanted to check out this restaurant, you think tonight.
I be wondering, like, how can people
that?
hide they crazy like that? Because even though it was a blind date, I'm assuming like y'all text or something before, right? So like,
I just thought
of people hide they crazy like that, because that's another red flag for me. Like, if we just start talking and you think I'm supposed to care about like your family, and not that I wouldn't, but like it's always it's a family thing and my mama this, or like, yeah, me and my, like, you're trying to bait me in to just like coming into your family immediately, me and run. If women do that, I will date you for a whole 17 years before you meet my mama. Okay, we be damn near married, you'll meet her at the altar. I don't know what.
Here's another trait I have for you.
That might be a little toxic itself, but she's gotta be damn.
If this woman does not care about her appearance, okay, hear me out.
I am in full agreement. I am in.
Hear me out. I knew a guy who dated a woman. Mm-hmm. And when I met this woman, after meeting her, she leaves. He goes, what do you think of said woman? I was like, her eyebrows are shaped like McDonald's arches. You're going to have a problem. He goes,
Chelle, get out. The door.
I mean, they were really.
The door.
Anywho, I was like, listen.
I don't want to talk to her.
No, because hear me out. A person who don't care about their face and appearance don't give two shits about you.
And don't have no friends to care about it
and
either.
And don't have anybody in your corner to tell you, hey, this, that, and whatever. Run. If
women who say they don't have female friends, y'all toxic. Not a one?
Okay, like, caring about your opinion, that is a thing for me. If you do not care about what you look like when you step out of your house, and I'm not saying you're supposed to look like you're finna walk New York's Fashion Week. Not saying that. But if you don't care about your appearance,
and it's on a consistent basis, because everybody have a day where it be like.
But even on your bummiest days, you put thought into your bummy.
I'd be like, I'm gonna at least put
you I'm put these sweats on. I might put a little lip gloss, brush my hair back in a ponytail. It's gonna look like I care about my life.
I woke up today. Okay.
If I meet you and every time I see you and you're dating my male friend, something right.
Look like. Why people don't have no friends? I'm really like, I'm thinking of McDonald's on somebody's face, and I feel like I've seen it before, but it's normally in a don't look like this picture. So why did you look at yourself and think that made sense?
I was disturbed.
Did you laugh? I be rude sometimes. I don't be mean to, but some stuff I can't hold in. Like, why?
You know, my ignorance. But when you get your eyebrows up, I got a great person who do the eyebrows.
No, because this is how you give people false confidence. That's why she walking around thinking her eyebrows look fine.
Not if I'm recommending you somebody else.
Nah, she just thought that you meant that, you know.
I mean, you can't sit here and be like, girl, who did your eyebrows? You are giving me real Ronald McDonald right now. Like, ma'am.
Did you like, oh, so we're trying out new makeup today.
You concealed with white paint. Is that what we're doing today? Ooh. If it's a fucked up
It'd be the people who don't wear matching foundation
and can't tell her anything. Ma'am, you are looking like Flex Alexandra as Michael Jackson, and stop playing with all of us.
Okay. Toxic things.
Okay.
That men need to pay attention to.
That man named Flex Alexander.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Toxic things that men need to pay attention to. Okay? When she just want to be all up under you and it's not because, like, y'all like being all up under each other. It's just she don't have no business of her own. I know y'all be thinking that shit cute. Like, me be so like, oh yeah, she love being under. No! She don't have nothing else to do.
She don't have no friends.
No friends. Send her on somewhere, okay? That's not... Even if she got 7,000. Send her.
For real. A person who want to spend majority of their time.
And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it because it'd be kind of obvious. Like, I love spending time with people if I like you, if I'm interested in you. I love having a good time with you. And I'm going to still be like, hold on, my girl's calling. Like, I'll be like, that's why I think it's toxic if you don't have no female friends. If you're a guy and you don't have no guy. If you don't have any friends that are, like, similar to you. Yeah, who can be like, all right, like, we gonna keep it high. Like, if there's no one for you to come get in the camera and have to meet. Just on some like friend.
Yes.
I think that's strange.
I agree, yes.
And as a woman, fellas, that's toxic. Like, if she ain't got no friends who like, who house you always be at? Why you take our friend away from us? That means don't nobody want to be around her.
So neither
should you. Right.
Neither should you.
It's a go. And if all her friends are crazy and see nothing wrong with her stopping, her brunch dates with us, right. Unless you toxic, because you might like that is all I'm saying. Okay. But I don't think I think men do not get the opportunity to be like, hey, what does toxic femininity look like? Because that's not a term that y'all don't get to say that word, but it is a such thing. Okay, y'all get over it. But like
women who like to argue all the time,
or just cause some type of drama, just a stir up. Wow.
That be some people's way of love and affection, though. That's like a real thing.
That is true. And I'm just, first of all, for men to be like...
Domestic abuse, too. Some people be like, he don't love me if he don't hit me.
Cardi said it best. Niggas love a toxic chick. This for the men who do not want a toxic girl. Listen, and I will not change it for the... If you want me to be toxic, you could have probably called me back in my 20s, and I still wasn't going to be as toxic as you need me to be. I was just going to be like, I might call you 3 times and then curse you out because you ain't answering you were supposed to. When I was, like, in high school. Okay, in my adult life, I'd be like, why y'all like arguing?
It's so stressful.
Why y'all like...
It play with my anxiety, dude. That's why I know it's not something I want to do.
I get hot, bruh. What? Listen, the physical ramifications of being angry and arguing, not even just being angry, arguing with somebody.
Yes.
I got to get hot. I turn red over everything.
Yes. Stress. I lose vision in one semester.
Now I'm sitting here hot, looking like a fucking Sour Patch Kid because I'm red as hell. Nah, buddy, what is wrong? And you like, that means she really loved me.
Run
from yourself.
Run.
Women be like, he ain't arguing with me today. He must be talking to somebody else. Ma'am, he had a good day. His team won. Okay.
Oh, wait, listen.
They had his favorite fucking snacks at the store this time. Wasn't no line when he had to go get his blunt. He is having a good day.
You handed him a cold beer when he got in. He didn't even know you. He didn't even know. He didn't
now
know.
You mad? Why you ain't text me? I thought you was going out with your boys. Oh, so they just canceled. You was going to see that. Damn.
It's this. So they canceled. So they canceled at 7 o'clock. But
so
you
they
didn't
just
get home until 9.
So you didn't think that I wanted to go out? Damn. Go away. Get out. I be feeling so bad. Run away from these people. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do the arguing. I can't.
I'm like, this has gotten too stressful for me. I think I'm going to bow out.
That's a no for me.
I don't like to argue. So if we arguing,
I like a good heated conversation when necessary.
A conversation that we may be disagreeing to each his own and it on, sure.
And I said
but
heated.
Arguing?
No, I said heated conversation for a reason. Because sometimes you disagree on stuff.
Let me tell you.
It'd be like real, like we disagree on this and we got to hash this out.
You know what? I'm very like absolute to stuff though. So
yeah, that would lead to heated conversations.
For me,
if you're absolute to something and someone else is like...
No, if we have conversations, we've been discussing this for a while. Like, we've been going back and we've been having this talk. I'm like, well, you gonna feel how you feel, and that's how I'm gonna feel, and we done. Like, it's over with. I'm not gonna continue having this conversation. We've been going back and
Chelle
forth.
said there is no such thing as compromise.
No, we compromise.
I will not be the one doing it.
We try.
The compromise is you agreeing to what I said. This is what makes sense.
If I started here and I came here to the middle and this wasn't enough for you, you don't want to compromise with me. So therefore, we're done.
There.
Conversation's over.
There. I'm not gonna argue with that.
I have no problem with compromise. Listen.
No, but that's real though.
I don't have a problem.
Everybody has their level of. Yeah,
I mean, you gonna get this amount. Outside of that, I can't give you any more. You gotta meet me somewhere.
You can not meet me somewhere, and then
and
I'm also okay with that.
And that's
please,
a thing too.
You know, meet yourself away from me. Go meet your toxic girl. Because that's also things men need to pay attention to. A woman who just switches up her whole existence for you.
Please explain.
Listen, okay. So I know women who have gotten in relationships and literally like whatever the man likes, they like whatever you like. Whatever you like. And it's like not even on some like, you know, like when you're talking to somebody, you pick up certain traits or habits or like they got a hobby and you get so used to it. Nah, I'm talking about like changing religions based on boyfriend.
Okay. So
I'm talking about like
wait, because that's a good point because I feel like women who date Muslims.
Yeah, converting
over.
So no, this is not about like if you truly decide and find it within yourself that like, you know what, the more I learn about this, the more this makes sense for me. That's your problem. I mean literally like we start dating and they're like, oh, well, I'm a Muslim. Oh, I just started studying a bit.
Oh, so psychopaths. We're going completely different.
The person could be like, no, this is like literally.
Okay.
The person be like, I'm an atheist. Yeah, last year I just gave up and, you know, I've been
initial turnaround.
Yeah, like it'd be like within the first month.
Okay.
Of knowing this person, like, oh, we went out on 3 dates and now I'm going to like, if the person is super into health, I am now super into health. And not on some like, oh, I like this and I'm getting back. If the person is like super smoker, I am now a super smoker.
Never smoked a day in my
life, but I'm out here. Like this is the type of like complete lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Where it's just all about whatever you like, whatever is your normal, whatever there is never a like, okay, no, but this is me. So like
we're gonna have
to find a milk. Nah, she would be like, and I'm just like, so maybe these niggas was like, are you going to kill me? I watch too much Lifetime. I keep telling y'all, watch Lifetime. It will get you far. It saves you. Okay, Lifetime be like, listen, this person is finna take over your identity or the identity of your ex and kill you. This is what I think is gonna happen. So I just think, you know, men, toxic women exist. Chelle and I are going to start a private investigation service so that if you need someone to let you know if the girl you're interested in is toxic, please follow us. Send us a message.
We got you.
It does not include a dick pic. And we will help you out because I be tired. I really be tired of seeing men with like toxic women. And unfortunately them not realizing that they're toxic. Like you be knowing like 2 years before it get to the level where they be like, yeah, I had to leave her. You know, she was just toxic for me.
I'm trying to tell you, but you do you.
Told you.
But sometimes people have to learn them things on their own.
You're right. That be their lessons. But you know, it's why people get tutors.
You don't believe. You don't believe it until it happens.
It's tutors and teachers for reasons. Like let's expedite that lesson for you, buddy, because you don't. 3 years in, you don't. We've all done it. We've all done it. Some of us haven't. That's not fair. I was trying to make us all feel better, but listen to people.
I think it's about time for another round of snake bites.
Okay. Na, come on.
Really?
I don't know why it popped in my head.
Come on.
Okay. Second round.
I be sipping the shit out of a shot.
And I be like chugging with regret. And once it get like right there, it be like, see it through, my boy. See it through. Like Like I can't even
forward
because I can't do nothing. I can't be
it's
like
there now.
Put it back. Nope, it's here.
It's
we got
too much equipment down here for you for the dribble on.
That's all right. I'll be good. I'll be like take it like a G. Like yeah, you got this.
You know what's a drink I could never ever Bacardi 151 Gold or whatever. You talking about take it like a G, nigga? I don't want to. I quit. I am out.
I keep telling you I'm a hood rat, and you don't be.
I remember being in my youth, and
I was shooting one to left. Like
we would get the 151 Gold, and
that's how you know you're bougie when it's gold.
Gold, and dying. That's what I recall. Several of the nights. I remember my boyfriend at the time being like, we get it. You knew what it was doing, what you was doing when it was doing it. Listen.
Like, what's the videos where they be like, this one, and it's
yes.
Snap it in my face. Yeah, that's 151.
Why would you, why?
Make love to me. No. All right. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Them 2:00 drunk texts like, hey, I'm downstairs.
Can you open the door, please?
Thanks. Thanks. Nice to see you today. Take your clothes off. Appreciate you being here.
Let me brunches. That be daytime, bro. Don't let me have somebody.
Brunch is on at 3. At 3:30, my guy.
Be ready.
If you got more than socks on, it's a problem. What are you doing right now? I don't understand.
Listen,
like,
I just got off of unlimited mimosas. I done threw in some extra drinks.
A little shot here and there.
Come on. They was playing the good music.
You wasn't at the bar with me. So it was a group of dudes sending us drinks. Okay, now I'm here with you.
Now,
so,
first of all, are you not happy that you was the person I thought of?
Appreciate me appreciating you.
Come on now.
Okay, all right.
If you was the person my brain went to.
If you are the person that her brain went to. Her brain went to you. Okay, my brain might have been like, you know what? She said, hey,
this is what the fuck
get your phone, send the message.
Throw your look. She be on before we leave. Throw the bag in your trunk. Just have it back there just in case.
You don't really need a lot. You know, make sure you get your toothbrush this time, okay? You don't need
just in case. Like you got to be prepared.
I'll make love to you for the last time. And that's what she be like every time she leave the house.
Right. Like, no one kill me is always the meme of the gifts. I'm like, I just want to get drunk on brunch and fall to the bushes. Bitches, why are y'all falling into bushes? I don't want to fall into. I have definitely fallen into cars.
I fell in the club once.
Oh, how was that?
Because like something happened. No, something happened and they had like a bunch, like the whole crowd had spilled their drinks. Oh. And I didn't realize it. And I walked and was like, shoot. And then a dude helped me up and I got his number and.
That makes sense to me.
My friend was like, "Bitch, how you bust your shit and then get up with class? Do it with class."
Bust your shit with the class.
I was cute. I crossed my legs. I was like, "We'll just sit here for a while." I wanted a seat anyway. Here we are. The Lord provides. I don't know what y'all needed. Get another round because it wasn't my drink to spill, but here we are. I need it for the pain. This was
come on, numb the pain.
It was in the club. It hurts. Okay, it was hungry. Get out of here. Okay, so yeah, I can't. Why y'all falling in the bushes?
What are we doing?
In the bushes.
What are we doing?
Like, where are you again? Where's your friends? I mean, if she go to brunch and she don't have friends, it's not gonna let her fall in the bushes. Leave her. Okay. Not your friends. One of your friends. They're gonna be around. We gonna learn the lyrics to something other than the 5 heartbeats. We will learn the lyrics.
Maybe one day.
Probably gonna be enough for me. Okay.
All right. Okay. So your boy, you was telling me about your boy Drake,
#1 fuckboy in America.
What him
and Canada.
And Canada. And what?
And all neighboring countries.
Okay.
Because listen, Drake. You know, people get personal shoppers.
Yes.
Okay. Shout out to Personal Shopper Stylist. He has a personal shopper for women.
He had a personal women pick-me-upper?
Mm-hmm. He said, I don't need to do Tinder because...
You know my type.
I have a personal assistant.
It's giving me R. Kelly vibes.
Listen, I'm going to hope that unlike R. Kelly, he at least was just, you know...
Women of age. Yes.
But like, it's giving me very much so T.I. and Tiny vibes.
See, I didn't even get fully into that. But the fact that you have a personal shopper for the women's,
he'd be like,
I know another person who does. I ain't gonna blow their spot up, but I know another specific. I'll tell you person that does that, and
we know these people in real life.
We know this celebrity, and the reason why I know they do it because they did it to my friend. So, these personal shopping type of things, it's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Because who the fuck do you think you are?
First of all,
it's really how I feel. If you're interested, you're gonna approach me. Don't be sitting here sending over and then telling me, hey yo, at 8 o'clock such said meet him here around this time and then y'all gonna dip out. Can I say hello? How are you?
So I know a celebrity who does it because I've had it happen to me.
Okay.
And I just want to know it might differ per person.
Sorry, it's the sin for me.
Yes.
That I don't like. That's
don't
what it
send
is.
for me.
Yeah.
And if you are going to send for me, to be fair, if you are going to send for me, I feel like there's a way for you to do it
that
does not come off like I am being shopped.
Yes.
The way it happened to me, I very much so was like, I'm being shopped. Like, I'm being picked, like you went to the store and was like, let me get that, let me get that, let me get that, let me get that, put it in the bag, bring it to the car. Like, you ain't even staying there to pay for it. You just had your assistants. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
It was not like men be like, have your boy go over there. Women will be like, have your girl go over there.
Come meet me over here.
We're going
to talk at the bar.
You hear it, right?
Something of that nature.
Where it's like you're doing something or you're not sure of the situation. You go send a spy.
See what feel it around.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm still able to be like, okay.
Nah, it's a sin for me.
It's a sin
that I don't care for.
And I am just like, how do we go about doing this? Because when it happened to me, I was like, I was at a club, and I was like, I don't know if this is like because y'all in a section you think this makes sense, but obviously you saw me for this person, or you literally just know. I don't even think the person, like, I saw them, and I'm like, I don't even know if they care that you're doing this right now.
Right.
I think you were just instructed to do it for the night, and you kind of just do it as it comes along. Drake's assistant was like, he's like, he doesn't do dating apps. He doesn't really have time.
Is this allegedly, or is this like...
No, this the assistant.
Okay.
Said it. Like, she was like, yeah, like, what's one of the weirdest things, or like something that you did as an assistant? And she was like, yeah, like, I was responsible for when he wanted to go on dates or like wanted to meet people to try and hang out or whatever the situation. She was the one who would be like, okay, well, like, let's figure out like who's in your network, who you talking to, or like, is this the type of person you want to date? Which I'm like, okay, if you're a celebrity, right?
I can see in that sense.
You might need to vet somebody because you can't just go up. Jamie Foxx's traumatic story where the girl was with him and spent the night and it was like, he's sick, and she was like, but are we not going to the red carpet?
Right.
You don't want stuff like that to happen. I get it. There's no real way of avoiding that, unfortunately, because you don't know people's true intentions. But like, Drake, I feel like
in that sense, it's not giving me R. Kelly vibes.
Yeah.
But, R. Kelly was like, ooh, that one. She pretty. Nice ass. Big tit.
R. Kelly was like,
it was just,
R. Kelly
take
was
her home back to
teams to high schools. And that is a problem.
But once he knew he couldn't go to the high schools no more, being like, that's shorty. Go get a number.
Yeah, it's that's still, even in Drake's sense of it, of like, you wanting somebody, like, I get it being like, hey, if you don't have time, as weird as it sounds, I get him being like, I don't have time for courtship. Mm-hmm. So if you have someone who's like, here's this event, come here, and then like mix and mingle, or we like set you up, like that's the same thing your friend set you up on blind dates.
Yes.
This person goes and sets you up on like 5 blind dates, so you don't have to like go. That's one thing. But for you to just be like, I'm in the mood to get my dick sucked.
Yeah, it's one time for the fun time.
And
speaking of dick sucking.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
Hard segue. Joe Budden.
Wow.
Hard segue.
Literally.
Bitch, the door for the door.
I like getting the door off there.
You deserve the door. You deserve the window.
To the walls.
Down.
Okay, Okay, that probably wasn't the best of segues.
Okay, wait,
but Joe Budden came out, I guess, on his show, or whatever, and was quote unquote claiming to be bisexual. Trolling or serious? Where do we think?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I love when you hit me with a yes.
Yes, because here's the thing. I don't know. I think that we all know that Joe Budden is a troll.
Exactly.
And he just says stuff for the shock factor and to get attention. So would not put it past him to do so. Which
also, you know what's funny about that is because we know that he is that way, so it's the best way to come out without coming out too. So if he is genuinely bisexual, and we know that you say things just for a shock factor, this is a good way of coming out.
It is.
And us not believing you came out per se.
Here's the reason that I'm like, it would explain a lot. Because, you know, hate me, tell me I'm crazy if you want to, but you be doing women real dirty and be having a lot to say about women's things and feel no need to be like, maybe I should not be a shithead. And unfortunately, a lot of times when you are hiding parts of who you are, and you do become angry or lash out in other ways based on the part of your life that you are using to cover that up. So I wouldn't be surprised because why you be so mad at women all the time, Johnny?
I think he's trolling.
I do think he's trolling.
I think he just said it. I forgot what they were talking about in the midst of this conversation or why it came up, but I do feel like he just said it to be like, wow, so now what y'all gonna do?
Yeah, to be fair, it was also one of those moments, if he is trolling, I really do respect it because it was one of them make somebody explain or shut up about the toxic masculinity that's happening in there, and him kind of being like, okay, yeah, so I'm gay. That's what you want to laugh and joke about, and it's really not funny. If I am, it's not funny, so now what? So I respect it either way of you being like, yeah. So let's move forward. I was gonna say go out on a date with Lil Nas X, but I don't think that he Lil Nas X type.
Yeah, I don't see that being a thing.
You know, this is what the aunties and the mamas do, and they just be like, oh, let me put y'all. That's literally what I just did in my head. I was like, oh, that would be so. Don't do that.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that to Lil Nas X.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
So much more than Joe Budden because he's. But then I was trying to read at some of his exes. His exes have spoken out.
Joe Budden's exes?
Yeah, Joe Budden's exes have been like Tahiri and Sin Santana.
What does Sin say? Sensei, huh?
What does it say? I don't remember what she said.
Okay.
Tahiri was like, no, I would have known, I've known this person.
Okay, and also,
or vice versa. Somebody was like, I can believe it, and somebody was like, no, I would know. I don't remember which one of them said it.
But why do people think they would know? I mean, everybody has parts of their lives that you don't know diddly do-da day about, right? And if this person was quote unquote in the closet and didn't want you to know, you won't know.
You won't know.
The only time that people find out stuff is when I get messy or sloppy because I don't care anymore. But if I don't want you to know something, you're not going to know. And something like that, if you hold that really close and you're embarrassed or not ready, whatever that looks like for you, then they won't know.
And to be fair, sometimes that should be a matter of life and death. If you grew up in a place where that's a matter of life and death, you are not but you won't know stuff like that. That's why I'm I don't really know. Did it make sense to be asking the exes?
The things I be wanting to say on air.
My God. I would like to. I be wanting to know. Send me a text message.
Patreon. You know what? You want to know all the things that I can talk about? We're going to have to set up a Patreon for them. Look.
I just would like to state for the record that I think that people think that I'm the ratchet sailor who curses all the time.
Oh, no. I am the one who curses.
Okay. I'm not going to hold you. I'll be cursing.
Oh.
You know.
Let me tell you, on my first original podcast is when on my original podcast, when I was doing the rundown on equal opposites, slight plugs, the first seasons, years 2 or 3, the comment was like, oh, she curses so much. And I was like, oh, I really want to work on this. So those episodes, or if you ever listen to them, like you go through, I went through like points where I would really try not to curse. And I felt like I just wasn't being authentic. Like I just was, because I'm a cursor. Sorry. Can I have full conversations without cussing? Absolutely. Yes. But in this type of setting where we're just like kikiing, I'm a curse.
Yeah, with my girls, the only time I really think about it is like consciously when I'm around like family.
And the crazy thing is, I don't curse around them for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
But, and like, I'm kicking it, I'm drinking, I'm shooting this shit with my people, I'm going to curse. However, I think we may really have to, or specifically me, have to work on that if we ever plan on getting monetized. I was doing a little research.
Why you had to bring that up?
Just saying.
Why you ain't had to talk to me nicely in private? Okay. This so disrespectful. Don't touch me. Toxic, okay? How to know that you with a toxic girl? She be bringing shit up in public. You do not need to be discussed in the Publix.
That's not a bad topic, though.
I know that's not the point. I'm just saying. It made me remember that niggas need to be. Yo, you ever been out with a couple and like they start arguing about shit in public for real, and you be like,
drink slowly. You texting people on the side, y'all will not believe what is happening.
And then okay, like when it's the dude, like I know this is like low key bias because when it's the guy bringing it up, triggered, and I be like, sis. When it's the girl bringing it up, I be like, this nigga really go. What is no? But then I be wanting to save him, like,
yeah.
With the girl, I be wanting to like jump in and be like, stop talking to her crazy.
Yeah.
With the dude, I'm like, if I jump in and she say something, I'm gonna have to fight your girl.
So,
do you want me to fight your?
But no, I was doing some research, and I was like,
oh yeah, that's a real thing.
It was like curse words are okay, like the dams, the hells.
First of all, every couple of years you realize that what's considered a light curse word changes.
It does.
And I'd be like, who's making these choices here?
It does. But I was like, maybe I should really work on that. So you brought it up, and even while I was doing it today, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you said fudge earlier, and I was like,
called me. I was like, and what in the
fudge? Are you fudging kidding me?
ABC
That's why I'm like, what is
it varies. I have to do more research.
Yeah, I ain't tried to look it up before, and then can't go based on different channels.
It doesn't matter what the tone is behind the word that's being said.
What? Bitch! This bitch! Okay, I feel like, god dang. Okay, Bruno came out and said it, so I feel like I can side it with this bitch that echoed around the world. That echoed around the world because he was, Bruno, who made you mad, my guy?
He slid on the camera.
Move that nigga out the way, low. He was like, I know you moving not fast enough, because who did it to Bruno? It's Bruno. It was Cardi when she got back with Offset.
Rumors get started.
I feel like Bruno was like, Cardi.
See, they took up Tiffany's.
Bruno was like, we had fun. We made good music. This the happiest music you done had. Your skin was glowing. Look at you. Your booty was naturally getting fatter.
You started learning how to dance because of this. We was here.
Your performance went here.
Yes.
This nigga danced back up for Whitney Houston. What he teach you? Nothing. Look, I came in, I upgraded you, and then you went back. Bruno was hurt. Bruno's this bitch. Okay, he was mad. His work wife is who did it. That's what I'm convinced about. Fellas, if she is still in contact with an ex and not on some like random like, oh, how have you been in the last 5 years? Because I ain't talked to you. But on some like, no, we just cool. That's like my brother.
Run.
It's never he your brother.
How do the males feel about the work husbands and things like that?
I would imagine the same way we feel about work wives, because I don't understand too much, so why you need that?
I agree. I would say I hadn't been working in a place where I had a work husband and I was in a relationship, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, I've been in situations where, like, I had a work husband, kiki ha ha, and I was, before I started dating the person, and then got in a relationship, and immediately I was like, This is
like all of my work husbands I was single. So it'd just be the people who would like ride or die for me at work, and we'd be like, we're in this group. But like to be in a relationship and still have a work husband, I don't know what that dynamic is like.
I feel like it depends on like how the work spouse relationship is.
I'm gonna say I know there's a lot of people that know their spouses work somebody and they laugh and they can kiki about that. But how do we get to this place that we all work in the same world? Like,
well, okay, so I mean, like, the reason I say I feel like it depends on like the situation is because if your work husband or work wife is somebody who is like, say y'all the only two black people at the job, or like limited, or like this person is just like super super down, and you're the one who like y'all kiki ha ha together and laugh and like y'all hang out after work. That's your work husband in a very light kind of, this person is not really doing.
I thought that's all it was though.
People be having like work relationships where like your work husband, your work wife is like y'all doing one-on-one lunch together, like they're buying you stuff, they're like checking in on your day outside of work, like, hey, how's your weekend, how's your evening going, that kind of thing, where it's like, in which case it's like, oh, that's just my friend, but like, that's just my baby. Yeah, your friend trying to slide in the club, and we don't have time for that. Yes. It's private section. We do not allow extra people. Okay, guest list is limited to me and you, my niggas.
That's it. That's all. We ain't got room for no more.
What are you talking about?
That's the episode of Girlfriends I just watched.
What episode of Girlfriends?
When Maya and Darnell broke up because she cheated, and she was like 2-3 weeks or a month into them being separated, and she was like, her cousin came, Peaches and the other dude, and was like, yo, we seen Darnell with the girl you don't like having lunch at Cecily at the Red Lobster, and she went down to TSA.
Feeding him endless shrimp.
Yes.
I remember. But the problem with Cecily is that was the same girl who a couple years before that, before Maya had even did what she did, okay, Joan had saw her feeding him strawberries.
Yes.
Okay, and he was like, why Joan all that? See, toxic stuff. Why your friends always starting drama? She ain't got no man of her own. If you
wasn't in with a place where you was, they wouldn't have nothing to say. That's really what that be.
First of all, okay, whipped cream is not even TSA approved in its packaging, so how she get it in there?
Men really be not paying attention. Like, if I'm sitting here talking about watch doing this and you going, I ain't say nothing about that. Like, that pisses me off. You have a whole argument with a man. You be like, you came in the house and you couldn't even do this. The Sprite is on the table. He be like, it wasn't Sprite. It was ginger ale. I'm going to fight you because you.
That's when you just. I knock all this shit over.
Stop playing with me. Men love women.
So you got the specifics of what was on the table, but not the specifics of why I'm mad.
That be it for me. That be it for me.
What are we doing here?
I'm not saying women don't do that.
No, women.
I don't date them, so I don't know.
Man, but this might be the last episode that I tell y'all all of our secrets. Women be worse. Because when we don't want to talk about some shit, we literally do not. It be like, nah. Like, you come and be like, so, here's evidence A through Z. And we be like, so I made dinner reservations at 7. You want to hurry up and get dressed? I laid your suit out for you. Yeah, your mom called earlier and told me and her are going to go to... We sidetrack. We not having this conversation with you. Why would I do that? I will not incriminate myself.
I don't know if that's worse than the nigga picking apart this conversation we currently have to not acknowledge the importance of this conversation.
That's fair. Because
that is worse.
How women argue
because you listen to me. You're listening to me.
We don't even let you have a conversation because we're not going to incriminate ourselves, okay? So at least you know what y'all should take from this is depending on how your woman argues, you'll know whether or not she will hold you down in court or not, okay? Because I'm not going to incriminate myself. We're just not going to have a conversation. I'll be like, what? I do not understand.
I do not recall.
I cannot talk to you because I do not recall. What? I did
what?
Y'all be like, you said Sprite, it was ginger ale. Oh, so he was there. So you was talking to this girl. This is what it is because women argue and we be like, I don't even know what you be like, you had a ginger ale and he had this. What? When did me and the girls go to this? I don't even remember. Let me call them and see. Girl, and walk out the room and have a whole conversation. We're not talking about this. Me and you be like, and they seen you, and you had a ginger ale, and she had this. See, I didn't even have a ginger ale. I had a Sprite.
Sir.
So you were there.
But you were there.
But no, that's not what we talk.
I had a Sprite somewhere else.
Nah.
Stop incriminating yourselves.
At this time, production, you might want to be quiet. This might be.
We're trying to help you. Stop incriminating yourselves, or find women that you don't have to incriminate yourself with, because leave the toxic women alone. Okay, just nice. Now, okay, this drink.
I would say so. We got this poison apple.
It was poison.
Do you like it? What are we giving that about 5 stars?
2.5.
Got in my head. That's exactly the same thing I got. I was like, it's cool for what it is, but it ain't
all that.
Yeah.
It's like a step above a regular martini.
Yeah, with food color.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I've been drinking it because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But
it's made, so it's gonna be great.
I won't. Oh, we probably should have done rankings on all our drinks.
Ooh, we'll do that at like the end of the season.
I will say that this wouldn't be highly ranked for me.
No. I like how the little glitter look in the glass. That was nice. That was a nice little touch.
If you guys have any drink suggestions, please leave that in the bottom, in the comments below, in the bottom. And leave it in the comments below. We do take everybody's drink selection, but we've got to wrap this up, right?
We're meant to. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow. All of the information will be here. We will see y'all next week. Deuces!
Bye.
Telling you. That was some toxic shit. That's the shit that's toxic fucking songs. And I'm not going nowhere, bitch. If you don't get the fuck out my house, leave. As we lay. Okay, here's the kicker. That's not really a sign of a toxic woman so much as both of y'all motherfuckers are toxic. Like, that's just
trash,
toxic situation.
Trash.
As we lay, you married. Whose home are y'all in?
Nah, but Kelly Price is Kelly Price, right?
Yeah.
Kelly Price redid that song. And the heartache and the emotions that
I can't even listen to it.
I know you can't. But you forget the song is bad. Like, you be listening, you be like, as we lay, woo! Like,
no,
you be
real talk. We were in the car, Chelle going in. I'm on the passenger seat like this, mad, 58 hot, like. So you gonna keep playing this motherfucking song like I just tell you I ain't gonna listen to it. All right.
Microphone was
all
ready.
Right. And she like, and I'm like, song off. She like, what's wrong? Bitch, I just told you. I didn't want to hear this adultery ass song. I am triggered. I am traumatized. I don't like it, okay? But it's so nice. I don't care that she had a great vocal run.
Get
out of here.
Musically, the song
Get
is so
out
nice.
of here.
Emotionally, the song is so nice. The song itself is just like
triggered, okay? They was really making me okay.
But that song does that to me. Have you ever, Brandy? If you ever road riding.
Yeah, you don't even go through nothing.
You don't have to go through
that song
shit.
Came out and I was like,
it's the gradual emotion throughout that song.
I was heartbroken.
Like, you'll listen, you be like singing it regularly. But once you get to about that second verse and the ad libs, you be like, have you ever? Like, you be so.
You be like,
come on.
I have. Yes, I have. Okay, mind you, you like 10. You loved your easy bake oven. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. No, I can't.
Trying to think, who else got a song like that just takes you over?
I don't know, but Piece of My Heart that I just learned was a fucking side nigga song. And I'm traumatized.
What's our Chris and Michelle song?
Yeah, who I desire. That was,
man, you be like, love.
Like, you gotta play that after all the depressing songs.
Yes.
Like, you gotta listen to like Kelly Price, Brandy, Whitney Houston, Fantasia. Then you gotta come around and be like, you know what, Chrisette?
Come right. Show me that
love is real. Love is